So, I mean, not that this is a stunning story, because it was Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final in 2014. Rangers lose double overtime. Alec Martinez, game winner, yada, yada. We all know the story. They didn't open up the Rangers locker room probably for 45, 50, 55 minutes after the game ended. As well, they shouldn't, And as a reporter, man, that's a tough go to walk into a room. Team just lost the Stanley Cup. So we walk in, and, I've known Henrik for years at that point, throughout his whole career. And I came in and my heart broke. He is sitting in his stall. He's in full equipment. And when I mean full equipment, the pads are still on. The mask is still perched on top of his head. It's not over his face, but it's on top of his head. And his hands are folded. And he's just staring, looking at the floor. And I'm like, what am I going to ask this guy that's going to, be meaningful, or, but God bless him, for the next 15, 20 minutes, he answered every question anybody had and everything. And I know that's a side story to
I remember it well, because I was covering the finals with NHL Network that year, and we were on the balcony out at Staples Center at the time, like crypto.com center, whatever. And we're on the back balcony, and we're waiting for locker room sound, right? We're waiting to do a post game on NHL Network, and it took forever. Although we weren't really focusing on the Rangers, but we wanted Rangers sound. We were focusing more on the Kings, who had won. But I remember very well seeing him, and also seeing him, the next year, having that look in his eye, I can't believe we let that go. Unfortunately, they never had that chance to go back, and that's tough. But that year, and for me, the Adam Henrique goal in overtime, Game 6 in the conference final, 2 years prior to that, in 2012.
Yep.
That was one where I remember looking at him in the locker room, and he was absolutely crushed. And there was a lot of players in that locker room that were crushed, but he was, out of everyone, the one that looked like he had just lost a part of his soul. And that's why I knew, like, he's a winner in my book, because he's such a competitor. But it was emotional, it was personal for him, right? And losing the Game 6 to the Devils that year was significant.
Yep, Adam Henrique, remember it well.
Hate him for that.